and welcome to my channel, Better Than Birds. My name is Julie. Today we're going to be making some bookmarks. And we're going to start with, I'm going to be putting some decals and things on them. So right now we're just going to pour the first layer and we're just going to go with it. The first one, I'm going to do this big fat one here. And I've got some glitter. I got it from Texas Glitter and Glam several years ago. And it's got flipper in it. I don't know if you can see. It's very fine. I don't know. We'll have to see it when we're in there. But there's little, what are they called? Dolphins. There's little dolphins in there. You can see that. They're translucent. Most are practically once they're in resin. So they're kind of hard to see. So I'm hoping that if I keep it clear, keep the resin clear, and maybe with just a little bit of blue alcohol ink, that we might be able to still continue to see them. If not, I'm still going to be putting a decal on it, so it won't be the end of the world if we can't see them, but I kind of would like to. But, all right. Okay, so for the first one, we're going to put turquoise alcohol ink in there, and I don't want it to be real dark. We might need more than that. This alcohol ink is very pale. Yeah, I'm probably going to need a little bit more. And I think I'm going to go with the other blue. All right, so this is a cerulean, something like that. I do believe it's, yeah, that's better. Much better. Okay, so this, how much did I pour here? About, I don't know, about 7.5 mLs. So I'm hoping it'll be about half of what I need so that I can put, yeah, that's going to be good. Because I'm wanting to put some clear in here and make it almost like a water swirl. And I forgot to put the flippers in there, so good thing I need to put more in there, huh? All right, so now hopefully I'll be able to see this pretty good. All right, so I'm going to use the heat gun. So let me put you on mute and fast forward and use this heat gun real quick. All right, so I'm going to get you down here so you can see. I don't know if you can see those little dolphins in there or not. I think I still need some, a little bit more. Okay. See if it helps. I need to prop this up a little bit. I think it's uneven. Okay. Yeah, I think you can kind of see the little dolphins in there a little bit. You can see how translucent they are. Very. But we're going to put as many in here as we can. Hopefully that some of them will be seen. And I do not care how they land, I'm just laying them in here. Put more up there than I thought. All right, that'll work. Okay, that should be good. All right, so now let's see. Let's do it my next, what am I going to do for the next one? I think I'll go ahead and do the next large one, get it done. That one, I'm going to be putting a decal on it as well, but we are going to use these. I've got, that is just a dryer sheet to help with some of the static. But these are, I don't know if you can see that, but, can you see that right there? They're roosters. So what I was going to do is fill that with clear. And then the decal I plan on putting on there, I was just going to make it with my Cricut, but unless I can find one to print. I was just going to put, not my coop, not my poop. So that is what I was planning on doing with that. So let's just get a bunch of these in here. I'll raise you up so you can see what I'm doing here. There you go. Yeah, I put that dryer sheet in there because well, for obvious reasons for static, but these things were flying all over the place when I was putting them in this little box. So I put the dryer sheet in there to help control that a little bit. And it does. I do that with anything that I notice is really staticky. And it's like 50-50. Sometimes it fixes it, sometimes it just helps just a little bit. So. All right. Let's get these chickens in here, roosters. Go. All right, I'm going to use the heat gun again, so okay, so now they got the large ones done. Now I'm going to do these two. So, in both of those, for the decals that I got planned for those, let's see, I'm going to do some green. This is tender gurn. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it doesn't show that, but yeah, that's Gerrn. Anyway, so we're going to, and since I want enough to do both of those, did I open this yet? Nope. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. I think that would be enough for, yeah, that should be enough. I think I'm going to put a little bit of glitter as well. Let's see. Let's do, do some of this. This is just a holographic. Oops. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to do that. It's too chunky. I'm not going to do that. And I'm making a mess. So we're just going to bypass. I'll take that as a hint to not use glitter. So we're just going to leave it. All right. So a little bit of alcohol ink in there to take care of all the powder. Make sure it's all dissolved. All right. Starting to get warm, so I'm going to have to pick up the pace here. Oops. I'm making a bit of a mess. Okay. All right. That is a very pretty green. I don't even think it needs glitter. All right. All right, so now for the last two, I think I'm just going to split these up. This one I was going to do in pink, and this one I've got a light blue that I want to do. So let's do that one for the pink. That one for the blue. Let's see. Here's the blue. And where did my pink? There it is. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing with that I did with the green. We're going to put a little bit of alcohol in there. probably put a little too much alcohol, but it will dissipate. So. Let's do the pink one first. Just a second. Yeah, in my haste, I put way too much alcohol in there, but you can see it already coming to the top and dissipating, so. Okay. I shouldn't even have to do this after putting all that alcohol in there, but. All right. Now let's do the blue. And I probably made too much blue, but we'll find something to put it in. All right. I was afraid I was going to lose all that alcohol, epoxy, because it was getting too warm. So let me go ahead and put these in the curing rack, and we'll be back. Let's just see those. I kind of off. There you go. And we'll be back when it's time to demulk.
All right, so these are cured. And the first thing I want to do is I want to put some foil glue on these, because what I'm wanting to do is put some, use some of these floral foils. So that glue needs to dry. It only takes a minute or a couple minutes, but I want to go ahead and get that done so that it can start drying while I do everything else. So it's just foil glue that you just put a decent coat, but you don't want it gloppy. So if you want a rustic, you know, partially down, if you don't want the full picture, then just let it be, then just put a really light coat on there. Don't worry about making sure to get everything on there. I want pretty much all of the flowers on there. I don't want it to be I don't want the flowers like cut off or whatever, because they're, if it happens, it happens, but that's not the look I'm going for. See, I want the flowers on there. So, all right, so we'll get that to dry, and that dries clear. So once that's dry, we'll go ahead and put those on there. And then for this one, I've just got a sloth. So we're going to put this on that little one. There we go. It's not wanting to, there we go. Get you a little closer. Okay. All right. Put that kind of in the center as much as I can. All right, there's that. And then, let's see. So for this one, I have a dolphin I was going to put on there. This is washi tape that I have. I just cut a piece off because it took me a while to decide what I wanted, and I didn't want to put you guys through that. So I decided before, and you know what, I think I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to put the dolphin on, and then I'll put all these drops where I want them, so I don't have to worry about. I don't want to have to worry about lining all that up. Okay. Right. Guess I put those right at the bottom there. Keep sticking my finger in that. Looks like it's ready. So we'll do that here in just a second. Let's see. I'm just trimming these little points off so that I don't have to worry about them on there. I'm gonna put that there. That there. there's that. All right, now I keep sticking my finger in this, so we're gonna go ahead and try to do some of these washi tapes. Now I'm not gonna or not washi tapes, but foils. I don't know if I'm gonna do all of them. I may just do one. Kind of like this one, but I'm really concerned that it's gonna get lost. Well, maybe not. Let's see. Not so sure I like that. Wait a minute, there's more down in there. Oh, I got different colors down in there. Yeah, still don't think I like that stark contrast. Probably not gonna like this one either. Nah. So I'll wrap those up in a minute. So I guess with this one, seeing how they're all different, they're all on the side, I'm probably gonna have to, or I am gonna have to do them a little individually. Too. Sorry, trying to find the ones I like. Because I kind of want it to be somewhat soft. So let's do this one, but this one look kind of. I guess I'll put that right there. Okay. I'll put this one. Oh, I just put that upside down. Oh well. I didn't realize the. Oh well, it'll work. We'll make it work. Let's do, there's a little leaf, extra leaf there. Let's put this right there. Yeah, put it right there. These tweezers are not all the best. That's got, I think I'll wait till I scrap that off because I'm not sure if that's, I've got room. Got my leaf laying on top of some foil here, so get that off first. Okay, there's that. There we go. We'll get these all laid down. See how that looks, and we might add more. Okay. There's that. Does not want to come up. Okay. All right, so now we still have, come on, stuck to my hand, there we go. We've got some just random leaves. I don't know if I need to put them on there or not. I don't think so. But I do think I need a couple things here, so. Do these. And then this one. Well, it's not really what I wanted, but it's already down. And that stuff is sticky. Okay. I wasn't going to use that, but all right. Well, I like that. I think that's nice and floral, exactly what I was wanting. So. All right, so now this one, I have a decal I was going to print out on my Cricut, and I'm still kind of working on that, so I'll come back and do that one. This is going to be a water slide, and I think I'm going to hold on that so I don't mess it up while I'm working on this other one. This one, we're going to see how well that turns out. I have all these animal print washi tapes, and I think I'm just going to start putting them on there. Just kind of almost like an abstract type thing, so rolling all over my desk. There we go. I may not use them all, like this one, it doesn't, I think it's the wrong color pink, so I'm not going to use that one, but I probably will use all these. I don't know, we'll see. I might end up taking them off, but we will see. Let's see, how was I going to do this? Let's just put them on there. Trying to be so careful because I do not want to cut my mold, obviously. So I'm trying to just, there we go. Let's do this. Let's see. I'm not sure if I'm liking this, so I might end up taking it off, but we'll see. Definitely look different in my head. I'll say it's a little different. I'll go ahead and keep it. It's definitely not my favorite, but I'm not too worried about it. It's animal print. So, yeah, well. Okay, so now this one, like I said, is a water slide. So we're going to get, it is a shark. I cut this shark out of another, a full water slide that I had. It was, I think it was like a pin wrap or something. So, let me turn this around so you can see it. There you go. See it? There you go. So that's what that's going to be. So let me get some water together and we will put that water slide on. So now we're ready to do the water slide. So now this is just printed on water slide paper. You can get that on Amazon. Just I'll link some water slide paper into the description if you've never used it before. Once you've printed it, you do need to seal it. You need to seal it with gloss spray at least 3 times. I suggest at least 3 times. I also suggest gloss over matte. Matte will tend, it's a drier type of paint and it tends to crack. So your water slides will crack. Gloss seems to have more flexibility. So, I mean, do what you want. But I have better results with gloss and with at least 3 coats. So then, and you let it dry completely. I've had this for a couple years, so it's definitely dry. Now, it will curl because it's paper that's getting wet, so it's gonna curl. So the best thing that I do is I just put it face down so that when it curls down. And this is just a, I don't know if you can see over here. It's just a coaster. It's not that thick. So it's not like you need a whole lot of water. You just need it to get wet. About like a tattoo, if you've ever worked with those temporary tattoo things, you just need it wet. This takes a little bit longer than a tattoo, but not a whole lot. So once I get it wet and let it sit there for a second or two, then it's not quite separating yet. So just give it a second to separate from the paper. Okay, now it's separating. So here's the top. I'm going to make sure I don't do it upside down here. Now you can do it upside down. The glue is between the paper and the water slide. So it's better, I don't know, it seems to be better just to slide it on, but you can do it reverse because it is clear. Unless you buy white water slide paper, which you can, and then your photos are more vibrant, then you cannot do the reverse. You cannot put it down upside down. If it's not, got a little tear in my paper there. If it's not colored, I think you can get, you might even be able to get some black. I don't know if you can get black or not, but as long as it's a clear one, you can do it reverse. So then I use the glue from the paper and I put it back down. See, that is slicing off of there. So we're just going to clean it up. I obviously did not cut it the best. There we go. So we got a little bit of a divot in there. I'm not too worried about it. So now, depending on your photo, you do need to make sure there's no bubbles in it, how large it is or whatever. The smaller ones are easier to make sure there's no bubbles, obviously. Don't press on it too hard because it will tear. But again, the more coats you have on it, the more durable it is that you can play around with it. So now that is going to dry. I'll let that dry for 10-15 minutes or so. And then while it's dry to the touch right now, but I'll let it dry completely, make sure it's glued. I do have some, let me get this out of the way before there you go. I do have some sharks, and there's no name, so I can't remember where I got it from. My guess would be Etsy. But I have some sharks that I wonder if, once this is dry, I can embellish with it. I think I will. Although, I'm kind of concerned it might take away from the picture. Yeah, I think it's going to hide the picture too much, so. We'll just leave it. Save the sharks for another project. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go cut my Cricut decal, and we'll be right back, and we'll finish up the last one, and then we're going to put top coats on all of them. I know this is a DTF, but it's not completely full, so I'm going to go ahead and cover it. So, all right, so I got the decal cut and weeded and all that good stuff. I'm gonna tell you, it wasn't the easiest. That little chicken was not as easy as I thought. Anyway, so what it's going to be is not my coop, not my poop. So because I want to make sure that, I'm going to turn this so I can, there we go. Let you see what I'm doing here. My finger out of the way. There you go. All right. So with it, I just want to make sure I have enough room. I have room for it because I've measured it and all that, but I just want to make sure I put it on there and still have the extra room after I don't mess it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one on first. Not quite exactly centered, I don't think, but So then that can go right there. And that can go right there. So let me get this one on there. All right. So now let's get the chicken on there. Rooster, chicken. I guess this is a rooster. All right. So there is that. All right, so now I don't know if I want to do UV resin or go ahead and mix up some epoxy. I don't need much, so I don't know if I want to mess with it or not. And these probably need to be coated. Let me put some coating on this real quick so that they don't completely disappear when I put whichever epoxy I put on there. So let me come back. Let me put a coating. All right, so this is dry now, and I'm going to do UV resin. I don't want to wait for epoxy, so we're going to do UV resin. So I've already mixed up some with glitter, just some, what is that, fine glitter, so that I'm probably going to do that in just straight epoxy. I probably won't put any glitter in that because that is, it's dark and I don't want to take anything away from that. So I'll just do that in straight epoxy, or straight UV, no, nothing else. And my husband may end up wanting to use that one, I don't know. so I've got them covered with UV and cured. So let's go ahead and demold them. Not that there's a big reveal here, but I'll take them out and look at them. All right, so there's that one. Turned out a little better than I expected, or I don't know. And then there's the chicken. That one's kind of hard to see, that one on the camera. And the flowers. So the back of them look like, oops, over pour there. Okay. Back, you can see where I stirred it up, but just, and then that one you can see all the dolphins. And then all the chickens, the roosters. So that's all those. So now I was going to put some tassels on them all. So I don't have a whole lot of different colors here, but green. I'll put a green on this one. Put a white on the shark. And I guess we'll put a white on the dolphin too. I don't have any blues. I guess you can't see the stash I have here. These are a Temu set, and the colors, oops, there we go. And the colors are limited. I'll show you here in just a second. So there's purples. Why is my purples, greens, pinks, red? So there's not really a whole lot of color choices. I need to get some more, and I guess another set maybe. I don't know. I'll look to see if there's another set that I can get that has additional colors. And what shall we put for that? We'll put a red one for that one. A nice bright red one. And then pink. So there are the, I don't know why my lighting is off, but so I'll get some up close and personals of those. And then I did have some extras from the extra resin, and I ended up being able to make 6 of the paperclip bookmarks. So They were just paper clips. Now these right here, you can tell that the resin was getting hot, and I was pouring it or scooping it in at that point. So there's a lot of bubbles in those. But I'll put a top coat on those eventually, and I might if I feel like they're worth saving. But and there's a foil, a coffee foil, and a heart. That was a water slide as well. These are just there's some nail chart or nail stickers in there, and then there's also some washi tape, a little bit of everything in that one. And this is a glow in the dark. So that's the extras. So I will get some up close and personals of that. And so thank you for staying with me and watching the whole thing. And like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment. And remember, you are loved. God loves you, and you are valuable. And I will see you on the next one. Thank you.